Hello guys, Steve from XP Gaming here, and today we'll be taking a look at patch 4.0 for Rainbow Six Siege. So this new and most expected patch by all the Rainbow Six community has come out, and I must say that it is one of the most controversial patches for Rainbow Six Siege. First of all, no buffs or nerfs existed on account on other older operators that existed in the game. For example, if you wanted a Tachanka buff, this didn't happen, but Ubisoft announced that they were going to make something like that coming in the next patches in Season 3. So, Season 3 just begun. Can you believe that? I can't. It's like, it's been like yesterday when Season 2 came out, and now we have Season 3. Awesome. So, what do we have here? We have tons of new operators. Not ton, actually 2 only. But we're not going to talk about them so extensively in this video. We're gonna make completely other videos for them, as I don't have them and I don't think I could cover them up and all the patch things in just one video. So I was thinking about making a patches live video, but I couldn't find a setting. I wouldn't be like, oh, in a new map I'm not gonna get the new map, and in an old map it doesn't, like, I don't like being in an older map and like making this video. So as soon as the new map got up into the rotation, I was excited and was like, okay, I'm gonna make a video about this right now. So I was filming, and as you can see, we're in the new map, this time in the Brazilian favelas. This has been a very anticipated map. A lot of people thought that it would be a thing, but it is. A lot of people thought that it was not even going to be a favela map, but a school or prison map. But here we have it, favela map. So I have to say that this map this map is a great map. Like, it's a great map. This didn't happen with the 2 last major patches. Like, patches for this game come out every month for bug fixes and shit. So this one is a major patch because it introduces new content as well. So you actually have the ability to play in this new map. And every time that this happened in the past, I didn't like the maps. Like, don't get me wrong, Yacht and Border are very well designed, but they're not my thing. Like, sometimes when the map is too large, things can get a bit too complicated for a Rainbow Six match. Like, I remember playing on House and then playing on Cafe Dostoevsky, and Cafe Dostoevsky is so much more complicated than House is. Also, I have to say though that 2 maps are very good, even if they're large. The one would be Oregon and the other one would be Bank. For me, they're very good, but Border and Yacht just did not provide what Rainbow Six Siege provided when it first came out, and I believe that this map does. It is more claustrophobic, it is more for people who, like, don't expect to get a wall bang on them, but then there is a pulse who just detected you and got a wall bang on you. So the map is very destructible. It's the most destructible map to date on Rainbow Six Siege. It's what they said, like, in the previous patch as well for Border, but this one is much more destructible. Really, you won't find yourself in a situation when you will not be able to put reinforcements on a wall. For example, in previous times you would, but now you don't. Also, there are a lot of accesses to this map, from those ground accesses from the garage to accesses from the rooftops. It really provides what a favela should look like in a video game, and really reminds me of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 favela map. I really loved this map and any campaign or multiplayer things that were relevant to it, so I was kind of hyped when I heard that this was gonna be a thing. But overall, I think the map is great. I loved this map, and I didn't like the previous two maps for from the DLC, but this one is absolutely awesome. I believe that they this time managed to deliver very well. As you can understand from the gameplay, I seem a little confused just like any other player, but I believe that it is a great map and you should definitely try it out. Now, moving on to our small information, because I'm not going to provide a lot of information for the operators in this one. I know I didn't provide any information for the operators from the two previous two previous seasons. No Buck, no Frost, no Valkyrie, but I've given some credit to Blackbeard, and since I've been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege the last days, I'm going to manage and get a lot of those new of those operators on. Not the new operators, as I'm going to be absent for a while once they come out for non-season pass holders. But for the others, yes, I plan on doing such, and I also plan on providing like a lot of videos this week, like every day a video, or maybe more than one if the video is not that big actually. But the operators, so the attacking, they both have 3 armor, sorry, I was confused, 1 armor and 3 speed, which is kind of strange because both the previous DLC came out with characters that had 2 armor, 2 speed. So these ones have a bit more speed, but also a bit less armor, which can be difficult at times. We are going to talk about the offensive operator at first, which is Capitao. This means captain in Spanish. And he actually has a tactical crossbow. Now, one thing that I didn't get with the operators in this season was that either their gadgets don't do shit, and I don't believe that this is the case, especially with Capitao and his tactical crossbow, and with Caveira and her secondary. I'm gonna talk about it in a while. Like, I don't believe that this is it, or I think they got over creative and they thought, you know what, maybe we should go in with that shit, and they went in with it, and they probably didn't deliver as much as balanced as they could. So they are either overpowered or underpowered. So Capitao has this tactical crossbow thing. You can fire oxygen-filled bombs that catch fire. So except instead of actually putting in an incendiary grenade, they put in those bolts that are called asphyxiating bolts. Then you have the other thing that he has on with his bolts. He has those bolts that are like micro smoke grenades, like Ash's smoke grenades, but on a smaller scale. Like, I don't get why they give him those two things. And then they change things a lot. Usually attacking operators in previous patches would like have one DMR and one assault rifle. This guy has an LMG, which is actually the M249. That's why I think he is overpowered, because it's such a good LMG. And then he has the Para 308, I think it's called, and this one is actually a DMR, but this is its upgraded version, which can actually function as a regular assault rifle. Instead of having like 20 bullets, it has 30 bullets. It has auto fire, and that's about it for Capitao. I'm going to make a wider review on him in a later video, because I don't have the operator yet. But now we move on to... Oh, he also has frag grenades, which is also very strong. But now we move on to Caveira. Caveira means skull in Spanish, and what she can do actually, as you can see, her face is painted like a skull. And as you can see, she has the silent step ability. Probably you saw that in the first round. This makes her the absolute roamer. She can roam around without being heard for a time period of 15 seconds. This is overpowered. Like, you can roam around as much as you want without getting spotted. Like, I don't get this. Then, though, she has another ability. If she downs an enemy, she can go around him with a knife at his throat and can actually interrogate him to find out where his friendlies are. Like, what? Why would you make that? Why would you put this into this game? Like, it's like you're making her too overpowered. Next, though, we have another thing. Her pistol. Her pistol is the strongest sidearm ever seen in this game. It actually has a damage of 100, but it is non-lethal. It fires subatomic rounds. Subatomic? What? No, it's not subatomic. Subsonic rounds. And those rounds can actually, you can see that they're affected by her silencer, but her silencer also provides that high damage because she has the same pistol with Capitao, but Capitao doesn't have 100 damage, but she does. So this isn't lethal. Like, if you get a headshot on the enemy, this thing will not be lethal from the start. But you can go down and interrogate him, and the interrogation kills him. So you can actually have that. And after all of that, she also has access to the nitrocell. Like, if she wasn't powerful enough, now she has access to that awesome nitrocell thing. And don't tell me that she's not overpowered. Like, I think she is overpowered. But now we're gonna move. Now here is the asphyxiating bolt, as you saw by our friend Capitao, and this is the Para 308. So we are going to now move to general optimizations that were made within this DLC, starting. So a large amount of optimization occurred in this new DLC. First of all, you have in the ranked, you have the ability to surrender. So if the game is not going your way and you're losing badly, you can actually surrender the game and move on, but you can only do this before having like been in the third round. Then we have another thing which was added. We have the new tactical maps for ranked. These maps are directed towards new players who don't know where the objectives are, who don't know where objects can be found in the maps that can provide significant cover. So you have those new tactical maps. They are colored. You can see like the positions where the objectives are. I believe that they are really, really great, and they actually provide some new sense of gameplay within that. Also, into all matches were added 2 new ping like things. After the upgrade with Pulse that we saw 1 month before, we actually have like he would tag them when he'd find them out. So now you can see how far away an enemy is by the last time they were spotted. So you spotted them like in 2 seconds ago and they're 25 meters away. You can go and go around them and kind of kill them. But then you have the manual ping, which is that yellow thing that you can pop onto enemies and find them, which I believe is actually very, very good. Now they have an extended duration and an extended range, which goes up to I think 160 meters. But for more information regarding that, you can go and check out the official Rainbow Six Siege site for Skull Rain, which is the new DLC. Now, maybe we have more things though, and more content.
We need to protect the biohazard container.
So while starting a round, you now have different things. You have pictures of the operators you're choosing, and not those like something like action figures that you had before. So I believe that this is good as well. And you can see what loadouts your allies chose so that you can go according to them, which is also a very good thing as well. But we are going to go to a new attachment. I don't know if this is a glitch or something, but I can't get to have that new attachment, and that's quite frustrating. This new attachment is an angled grip. It offers you a greater ability to go in, like, you have range and you find those enemies and you are hip firing, but now you can go into ADSing a ton faster. I think that's a good addition to the game, but you lose recoil control over ADS time, so it can be a little tricky at first. But finally, what everyone has been expecting for a new game mode. This new game mode is the tactical realism mode, or hardcore mode. You have a realistic magazine. You can, sorry, you can actually have your magazines more tactically controlled, something like that. So your HUD is limited. You don't know how many of your friends are alive. You don't know how many of your enemies are alive. You can't see how many rounds you won. You only have a timer, a compass, camera access. Even if you can't ping, it can be a little useful. And of course, the mag cap. Now, this is on beta state, and it only occurs while you're playing custom games, and I know it's a bit difficult to play custom games when you don't have anyone else to play with. So I hope this gets into regular matchmaking into the next patch, so we can all play this tactical realism mode. It seems really cool, and I want to have that into my gameplay. But finally, something that changed is in the HUD for casual and ranked, not the tactical realism. You actually now don't have the indicator on how much armor you have. So older days you'd go like you'd have an indicator, you have 3 armor, 4 armor, no 4 armor, 1 armor, 2 armor, 3 armor, and that much speed, so you can actually think about how much speed you have. And then you don't have this in this latest update. You only have your life, which is like, okay, that's cycled there in the lower left. And then of course you have, if you pick up a rook armor, you have that green indicator that you've picked up an actual rook armor. But guys, that was all from me for this new DLC for Rainbow Six Siege. I hope you really enjoyed my video. Thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you liked it a lot. I'm gonna talk about those operators sometime later, something like after the 16th of August. So if you're willing to be waiting up until then, I really appreciate it. That was all from me, and I hope you really liked my video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.